What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and this video is going to be my review on episode 6 of the MTV series Scream. Let's get this party started. Okay, so major spoiler alert, if you're not caught up with the MTV series Scream, you can actually watch this episode on the MTV website. I'll have a link to it in the description so you guys can see it before watching this. So yeah, major spoiler alerts if you haven't seen it yet. So, this episode was titled Betrayed, and I'm not going to talk about everything that happens in the episode because I really want you guys to watch it for yourself. But in the opening scene, I thought Emma's nightmare that she had was really messed up and disturbing. Seeing it from... It wasn't really that disturbing, but when you see it from her point of view, it was really disturbing. That's what I thought. And it seems like Audrey and Noah think that the teacher who's having an affair with Brooke, they don't know that, but they think the teacher who's having an affair with Brooke, named Seth, it seems like they think he's the killer because he changed his name, but I don't think it's true, and also because he had a malware device on his computer that lets him hack into the other teenagers' cameras and spy on them. But either way, I still don't think it's true. I think the real killer planted that on his computer because he knew that Noah and Audrey would find it to be misleading. And I'm really starting to not like the detective Lorraine at all because she's suspecting that Audrey's the killer. I think she's dead wrong about that, and I think that that's eventually going to get Lorraine killed if she keeps thinking that other people are the killers when they're really not. Even though Audrey's DNA was found on the mask, I don't think it's her. I think it was probably planted there by the killer somehow. That's what I really feel like. But I feel like the show is trying to convince us to think that it's her. But there's no way that it could be her, because it would be too obvious then if it really was her. And even after Emma and Noah got the video chip that Audrey told them to destroy, and even after seeing that, like how she was talking about how much she hates Nina and everything, that just makes me think even more that Audrey's not the killer, because it would be way too obvious if she was. So I definitely don't think Audrey's the killer. And to be honest with you, now I'm even starting to doubt that the killer is the ghost of Brandon James. That's who I thought was the killer the whole entire time, but now I'm starting to doubt it. Because the scene when Maggie or Daisy took Emma to the old house where she lived in, back when the murders happened, in the 1994 murders, the original ones, where 5 teenagers were killed by Brandon James. Well, who they thought were killed by Brandon James. She was talking about how she didn't think it was Brandon James because Brandon James was nice and friendly to her, and how she thought it was someone else, and how she said Brandon James couldn't have done this at all. And that kind of threw off my whole theory that the ghost of Brandon James is the killer, because now I'm starting to think that Brandon James really wasn't the killer, even back in the 1994 murders. I think it might have been someone else who was the killer, but we'll eventually find that out soon. It might be one of the adults. I don't think it's any of the high schoolers, but anything's possible. It could be the ghost of Brandon James still. They could have added that in to throw everyone off to think that to make everyone think that the killer wasn't the ghost of Brandon James or wasn't Brandon James at all. And I thought at first, I really thought the whole show was shifting away from the whodunit genre, but it really seems like they're not, and they really never have been. But it doesn't really matter. I'm still enjoying it so far. It's a good show, but it also seems like Will stopped blackmailing Brooke's dad, and I really think he did stop blackmailing Brooke's dad. But we obviously know now that he's not the killer because him and Piper were attacked by Ghostface. And I'm really surprised he didn't die, because I thought he was going to, because I saw the killer stab him and saw blood coming from him. But instead, the killer kidnapped him and dragged him away and knocked Piper unconscious. But I don't really think she was unconscious. I think she was just pretending to be unconscious so the killer wouldn't murder her at all. But yeah, so now Will was kidnapped and taken by Ghostface. And I know that I'm 100%... I know that the next episode is going to be about Emma trying to find him while Ghostface is holding him hostage or something. Or Ghostface is going to try to get Emma to do something while holding Will hostage. But I don't think Will is going to die in the next episode. He could, but I don't think he will. I think Brooke might die in episode 7 because in the trailer we see her turning around and screaming at something, like in the preview for episode 7. But that could be misleading. It could be another red herring. So, yeah. But I really hope that Detective Lorraine dies, because I don't really like her that much, and she's kind of stupid for suspecting Audrey, because she's like falling for all the killers. She's falling for all the killers' tricks, like planting Audrey's DNA on the mask and everything. And then it even seems like she suspected Emma in the last episode. So she might die. We don't really know who's gonna die in the next episode, but that's just my guess or estimate. I think Brooke's dad might also die, and I'm starting to feel like the sheriff or any of the adults besides Brooke's dad or Lorraine. I'm starting to think that none of the adults are gonna die, but they could. You never know. So, yeah, that's basically it. So, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to comment. Share your thoughts. Do you agree with me on everything I talked about in this video? Do you agree with my opinion, or speculations, or estimate? Please let me know in the comment section, because that's the whole reason why I post this video, to start a conversation with you guys about the Scream series. But, also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to subscribe to my main channel. I'll have a link on there and one of the cards on this video. And also, don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Instagram. So that's it. Peace out, people.